ahead. All right, we have got the recording going. Fantastic. All right, so for those of you who are newer or don't recognize me, I'm Jacqui Duran. I am your STAR director. Um, if you don't have, if you don't have a director, then I would be your director slash STAR director. I am your upline, and I want you guys to know that you can always reach out to me when you have questions or need anything. My focus with my business, my overall focus of my business is really to help fellow consultants. The reason for that is because I had a sponsor who didn't get me. We did not mesh well, and they did not really help me in the way that I needed help. Um, and I don't fault anybody for that, but I'm here to tell you that that is the reason that I focus so much on training and sharing what I'm doing and helping other consultants and fellow consultants and getting that stuff out there, especially on my YouTube. My YouTube is pretty much dedicated to training videos, right? So that was my whole entire purpose for doing that, because I really wanted to exemplify in sharing with people the things I wish I would have been able to learn as I was growing my business, um, to give people the opportunity to try something new, um, all the things, right? So I've kind of brought a lot of people along on my journey, specifically through YouTube, of, this is what I'm working on my business this week. When I was a certified lead star, superstar consultant, right? Going through the good times and the bad, I have pretty much put it all out there on YouTube. And so that's just one of the things that I really put a lot of emphasis and focus on, is sharing all of those things. So please know that if you are looking for something, you can probably go to my YouTube channel and find something on it. Obviously, I've been doing YouTube since 2013, so I've got a pretty large handful of videos out there, even though they may be a little bit older. For the most part, everything is pretty much still doable today, right? You can tweak it or whatever. But I do encourage you guys, as you are growing your business, as you are kind of finding your voice in this business and your branding or your style or how you want to do things, how you want to set up systems, how you want to utilize graphics and creating things like we're going to do today, right? Find your voice and take inspiration from others, because honestly, that is what I do on a daily basis. I do not have all the answers. I am not the best person when it comes to anything, right? I am always looking for inspiration. And sometimes it's, how can I make a post that's going to stand out, right? So rather than copying and pasting or doing all the things, I like to create things that are organically Jacqui. So really think about that in your business. How can you take an idea, get some inspiration, but then put your spin on it? So really, really look for ways to do that, because I will tell you, that is one of the things that has helped me with my customers specifically. They know that I'm working my business because they're following me on Instagram and or Facebook, right? And they see me working my business, right? I share from the behind the scenes of putting together Happy Mail or placing orders, to what my workday looks like, to being on a Zoom meeting, to everything, from making samples and more, right? So let your customers see that. Let them see that, because they want to know that you are in this business and it means something to you. And they can trust you, and they will learn to really rely on you, and you will become the Scentsy consultant in their life. Okay. Customer loyalty is huge. And being able to have that relationship with your customers is going to serve you well. It's going to bring back repeat customers who very well may become future team members. And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. I am going to share my screen. Let's just pop this on over. I'm just going to share the whole desktop here. Let's get rid of some stuff in the background. Let me expand this out so we can see it just a little bit better. All right, so Move my toolbar over, sorry. Okay, so Canva, right? Okay, Canva is amazing. I honestly love Canva. Um, I do use an app on my phone that is, it used to be called Over, now it's GoDaddy Studios. But that's the app that I really utilize a lot for a lot of my Instagram things and stuff like that. But otherwise, Canva is where I'm creating. And I like it because I can create so many different things, so many different things. And when you are working with Canva, whether or not you believe that you're good at it or you're good at doing graphic design or creating things, trust me, the more you play with this program, the more you're going to learn. Um, I always say, and I do this every Monday, it's my personal development day. I always say, take a day out of the week, um, even if it's, 10 minutes every single week on a Sunday or something, right? Whatever works for you and your schedule, and pour into your business a little. What's one thing that you want to learn a little bit more about? Watch a video, look for a training, go to the training center, right, on your workstation, things like that. And just really schedule that time in, because the more that you really learn and apply yourself in your business, the more you're going to be able to not only share, but also to make you a more confident consultant, okay, in your business. And that's really what I'm going for. I will tell you that I worked with the Canva free version for years. And it's probably only been maybe about a year and a half that I actually bumped up and finally went to the paid version of Canva. But I will tell you right now, just as I do with any other app or program or what have you, utilize the free version until you can't anymore. Okay. I don't want you guys to jump in and start buying all the things and spending your monthly money on things that may or may not even work for you, or you may or may not even use. So, really, really think about that, right? We're business owners. We have to think about the bottom line at the end of the day. Okay. So, while it may not seem like a big deal to be like, oh, I'll just subscribe to that, I'm sure I'll use it. If you don't, that's just money you're literally throwing out the window. So, I will tell you with Canva, like I said, specifically Canva, you can do so much with the free version. Okay. So I want you to get really to the point to where you are so comfortable working in Canva and you really feel like you're doing it all, to where you're like, now I'm ready for the next level and I'm going to use this in my business almost every day or for everything I do, right? That's when I would recommend upgrading to the paid version. And I want to say it's $10 a month or something. I mean, it's not a huge expense. You can probably even get a better deal if you pay for it annually. I probably should do that, but I don't. Um, but I'm just going to put that out there right here and right now. If people tell you that you have to get the pro version to do things, you do not. They are lying to you. You do not need that negativity in your life. So utilize the free version until you have worked your way up to where you're like, I'm ready for the next level. All right, so you will see this is just the homepage of Canva, right? On my homepage, it does show me, and this is the really cool thing. So let's start up here at the top, right? What will you design? Everything that they give us in Canva is already cropped and sized to what it needs to be for whatever project you're working on. So if you're wanting to create a video to put on YouTube and maybe you want like an intro, that's where that little video, this video option would come in great. If you're looking to create a post on Facebook, there it is. Perfect sizing. It's ready to go. You want to create an event cover for an event. Maybe you're doing a party, an online party for a host, right? You want to create that. You want to make it look special for your host and make it personalized to them. There you go. Facebook cover, phone wallpaper, desktop, Instagram story. Do you want to get in your stories more? Please do. People will get to know you. They love watching stories. Business cards. Did you know you could get in here and create your own business cards and print them out? Yes, you can. Okay, so do you see all the different things? Rack cards, that's one that I use a lot. I really try and utilize rack cards in a lot of my mailings, specifically for my Scentsy Club, my Scentsy Story, things like that is what I utilize rack cards for. Those are the ones that are tall, the tall ones. So really, really great. So everything that you want to do, is going to already be here. So it just really depends on where you want to start. Underneath all of that, you will see it keeps your recent designs. So everything that I've created before, there's some of my rack cards there. Well, trifold brochure. There's a rack card for Bring Back My Bar. There's my club card, right? So all of these things are saved. So at any time, if I need to come back in here and edit something or what have you, I can come right back in here, edit away, do whatever changes I need to do, bring it up to date, change a picture, whatever, right? It's really, really convenient to have it all saved right here. So I can come back to it at any time. One of the things that I really like to reuse when it comes to that specifically, oops, zoomed in a little too quick there, is like specifically for like these mail outs when we're doing like a wax collection, right? So on here, this is a brick bundle mail out. So that was when we had the holiday bricks. But I saved that, of course, because, you know, whenever we have a new bundle, whether it's wax or bricks, right, I can utilize the same template. I can just go in, change the wording, again, do whatever I want to do, right? So it's really great in that aspect that it will save everything. And I mean, once you start playing with Canva and really getting used to it, you really find that this is a powerful tool, okay? Today, I'm going to walk you through, let's do a Facebook post. And I want to show you how we're going to create a Facebook post and we're going to focus it on the $25 join special this month, okay? Because I want you guys to get the word out about that. I want you guys to start sponsoring, having those conversations, right? You want to really create that. So we're going to click Facebook post and it's going to open it up here. Here we go. All right, so we have a complete blank slate. I love a blank canvas. Okay. Over here on the left-hand side, this is going to be your main toolbar, all right? It does give you now templates. So these are templates that are already set up that Canva has created specifically for Facebook posts. So specifically when you're starting out, this might be something that will help you a lot. Because if you're not used to doing graphic design or creating your own flyers or graphics and things like that, sometimes you might need that template to work from, okay? Rather than, so if this intimidates you, this big blank circle or square intimidates you, then just find a template that looks somewhat like something you like. Know that you can change everything about it, but it will truly help give you like a jumping off point, okay? So let's go ahead, spring. Let's look at some of these spring images here. Oh, look at this. Okay, spring promo. Let's pull that up. So if I just click on that, it's automatically going to put it here. This is a really good example. I'm glad we looked at this. Okay, spring promo. It's basically spring, right? It's March. I mean, I know it doesn't really feel like it every day, but it is. So let's use this because this is really great for what we want to do. I'm going to show you how we're going to put the $25 host kit or join kit in here, okay? And we're going to be able to, as you see, as I move my mouse around, all of these things that are lighting up, that means all of this I can change, right? I can change all of this. I can change the background. I can change that little flower, whatever. I can move this wherever I want to. I can do all kinds of things with this template, but we're going to just start with the template. First thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of this picture, right? I'm not doing that. It's not what we're selling, okay? So I've got this. Let me move my little window over here. I've got this, and whenever I'm on the image, right, everything there's in the box is what I'm working with. This opens up all of the toolbars at the top here. So I can do a couple of different things. I can edit this image, I can flip it, crop it, animate it if I wanted it to, but we're going to put this on Facebook. We're just going to leave it. We're not going to animate today, so we'll do that later. I could reposition it. I can copy the style. I can make the transparency go away, right? Maybe you want it a little bit lighter in the background, something like that. I can create a link to it, which we're not going to do today. Again, that's just a little bit more advanced. Lock it. I can duplicate it. And then, of course, the trash can, as you can probably guess, is to get rid of it, right? So I want to get rid of this image. So I'm going to come over here to the trash can. and I want to delete elements. Now it said delete group because you see how it's highlighting that little gray area there? It's kind of just there to show a shadow, and we'll leave that there because that might really look nice. Over here, back on the left-hand side, these are our toolbars to start creating. So the templates is where we were, step one, right? You can literally go down the list over here, okay? If this helps you. Then when you go to elements, so this is when maybe you want to throw an arrow in there, different stickers, right? You can put a different photo in, you can add audio, all these different things. Like specifically if you were doing like an Instagram story, some of those things will be really helpful for you. Frames, that means if you're going to put maybe a picture of yourself in there, that will frame it up for you, which really looks nice. And so again, those are just the elements. So these flowers that you see here, those are elements that have already been added in. So we're just going to stick with what it's already given us in this template, okay? Next, we want to go to uploads. This is where you can upload media or pictures, right? Okay. You can also record yourself from here. Honestly, I've never done that, but I mean, you could. Images, video, audio. So video, oh, I didn't even know I had any video on here, but I guess I do for Instagram stories. I've done some of those on here. Audio, yeah, I don't have any audio in there, but if I did, it would be here. Images, so you can just click media. What that is going to do is that's going to pop up and you're going to be able to select from any of the pictures that you have on your device. So whether or not you're working from the desktop, from a pad or iPad, anything at all, right? So it's just going to open up my main folder that I have all my images in. I don't need that because I already have what I need in here. But if you needed to, like I said, if you needed the picture, you can just click and drag it over or click on it and click open. So that's how I got these pictures in here. These are just pictures that I've used in different graphics and things that I've created. So I just saved them on here again, in case I need them again. You never know. Like I have the Scentsy logo on here and I really like to be able to utilize that sometimes. So everything will be here for you. We want this host, or I'm sorry, I keep calling it a host. It's a join kit. It is not a host kit. It is a join kit. I'm just going to click on it. And you see, boom, it put it right there for us. Now, we can leave this as is because this is actually really great, right? Get 15% off for your purchase at shop. Grab yours now. I don't know why it says that up there. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's just delete that out. I don't know why it's on that picture. But it says right here, right? Kit contents may vary, right? But this is the join kit that we have for March for $25. They get the mini warmer. It's the Why Are You Blushing mini warmer. They get a handful of testers. I think it's the new releases. They get a bar. They get some catalogs. They get some samples of the body line, laundry line, and the pet line. And there you go. For $25, that's a really good thing, right? That's going to get them jumping off of their business. Now we can leave this here. What I am going to show you, this is a pro version or a pro effect. How you can tell, let me go back to the elements here just so you can see this. Anything that has this little crown where I've kind of hovered over this, it says pro. That means it's only available for the pro version or the paid version, okay? But like this arrow, there's no crown on that. This little megaphone, there's no crown. So a lot of these, and you will see, are like, they've got so many different images you can use. One is pro, but you see all these other arrows that are not, right? Those are the things. But on this image, what I want to do, I do have the pro version, and I know that I'm going to show you something that you're probably going to be like, darn it, that's what I wanted. But you can do this in other programs too, okay? I don't want you to think that you have to buy this just to be able to do this. You can do it in other programs and things like that, or not at all. We could make the whole background white and it would just literally seamlessly fall right into the background, okay? In fact, so I've got the background highlighted. I'm going to come over here to the color grid where it says background color, and let's just change it to white. So do you see how that did that? It just faded right in, okay? Remember, I can crop it, so I can come over here, click and drag. I can make it as small or as large as I need it to be, right? So it would fit in there just perfectly. It still has that little shadow guy underneath it, so it looks like it's, you know, shadowed. There we go. Let's go ahead, and you see how it's cut off right there with the white from the picture? If I go to position and bring that image forward, the one that's already highlighted, now I've brought it forward, and now it looks a little bit better, right? It looks like it's right there underneath our kit. Really looking nice, okay? Move that down just a little bit. We could just put that right there. Boom, boom, look at that. All right, real quick, and then we're gonna come back to this because we're gonna stick with the free version. But I just wanna show you how it looks. All right, I'm just doing a color just so you can see a color, right? There's our box. I've got my image selected. I'm gonna go to edit image. Again, this is on the pro version. And if I hit BG remover, background remover, this is how easy it is to create these. It's gonna take it a second because it's just gonna outline that image. And that's how, if you see different pictures, things like that, of bars or a warmer, you see that's how they get it without the background on it. So that's just a complete look at what it looks like if you were to have the pro version or utilize just without the background, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead, you always have an undo button. So I'm just gonna undo, 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 undo. We're gonna get back to that white, okay. Because again, I want you guys to focus on the free version for now. That's just something that you can do in the future when you get to that point. Or if it's something that you're like, I need that in my life, Jacqui, I must have it, then go for it. All right, so we've got our join kit for $25 in here. Let's change the wording here. And instead of spring promo, let's put join promo. Now, of course, you can change the font to anything that your heart desires, okay? Depending on your style, what you like. Again, when you're in here, if you see the crown on there, again, you know, that's a pro version, but you can see there are plenty of free fonts to work with, okay? Okay. All right, so I hope that I've made that pretty darn clear at this point. All right, so join promo. Got that in there. Let's move this little guy. I don't really know what I want to do with him. Actually, you know what? Let's leave this right there. Oh, gotta move that forward. I do that. Position, bring it forward. Okay, because I want it to come. Remember, I'm going over that photo. Make sure I line it back up. I like how it gives you the lines there. There's my center line. Okay, that's what I was looking for. That little dotted pink line that you see there. That shows me I'm right in the center. That's what I was looking for. All right, this is now in the front. So we're going to bring that there, still keeping it centered with those grid lines. Let's go ahead and utilize this, right? We can use this little roundy guy to turn it from side to side, okay? I want to bring it level to 0 degrees. There we go. All right, I'm going to just move this up here. And instead of it being like the maybe Instagram handle or what have you, let's go ahead and make that our website. So my website, I'm going to put that in. It's called the Melting Pot, Scentsy.us. All right, you see it started pushing it down. So I'm just going to expand that out so it's longer. So it's just one word. Again, I'm going to use my grid lines so I can center it up. Why is that not centered now? There we go. All right, now we're centered. I feel better. Okay. I'm just centering all of this. I think that's good. Okay. All right, so now we've got our website on there. We've got our picture of the join promo, and obviously we don't need it to say natural products, right? So maybe let's see here. Let's say start your journey today. And again, I'm just going to pull that out and move it so it's just kind of in the middle there. There we go. Start your journey today. Join promo. Let's bring that guy down a little. And then let's go ahead and add in our $25. So let's do this. Let's look at the shapes. It's kind of going to look for a star shape. So I'm going to come in here. Let's just use this one. And you'll see, look at all these shapes. These are all free, right? And you don't see the crown anywhere on these. So I'm going to click on this star, bring it in. Obviously, I want the color to match, right? We want the colors to match. We want it to look awesome. So if I click up here, so I can change the color. I can change it very easily. So these are document colors. That's already pulling from the other colors that are in the document. Here's a really cool thing though, photo colors. This is actually pulling colors directly from our photo that we've put in there. So yes, you can see a little better. So it's pulling that blue from the blue, right? The browns that are in there, that mahogany, that mauve or whatever you want to call it from the black raspberry vanilla bar, right? So see how you can really like zone in and get these into a really great place. But let's do something that stands out, right? So let's do like this yellow. We want it to jump out at them. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller. I'm gonna use our twisty guy so we can just kind of offset him there. Let's bring it down. It looks good, right? Not too bad, okay. Now we have to put the $25 in there. So I'm gonna come over here, remember on the left-hand side, this is where we've got our uploads. If I needed a photo, again, they've got a huge photo library. If you just need something, if you're looking for backgrounds, anything, there's a ton. Text, this is what we want, right? We want it to say $25. Now they do have some text here that's already kind of in different fonts and things like that. Again, it depends on what you're really looking for and what you want it to look like. I'm just going to use a regular text. You'll see I've got my text bar. It's right there in the middle. Let's just bring it over here so we can see it. And I'm going to do $25. I want to make that a little bit bigger. That's right. We want this to stand out. I'm going to slant it just like, oops, just like it is. But maybe we don't like that font. Let's look for something a little bit more fun. Oh, that looks good, right? All right, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, plus it's the same font that's up there. So I like it to match. All right, let's put that guy, let's make him a little bit more so he fits into there. Okay, so now we've got join promo, we've got our website, we've got what the join kit looks like. Start your journey today, $25. What a deal, right? What a deal. All right, so you can rename this. We're just going to keep it join promo because it just pulled from the words that we put in there. But of course, if you wanted to put anything, let's just change it to March join Facebook. I like to save it in those kind of descriptive words because that way I remember, oh yeah, that size is a Facebook pic. It will tell us too, but all right, so we've got our flyer. We've now created this, so now we can post it, right? So you can just click that down button. It will automatically tell you the suggested file type that you need it to be. A PNG is going to be great, right? Sorry, because that's the highest quality image. JPEG, this is going to be for a smaller image, right? But we just want to, I mean, you can make it a GIF. whatever you wanted to do. We're just going to keep it that PNG. Keep the size that it's already there. If you have the pro version, you can give this a whole transparent background if you needed to, all the things. But no, we don't need any of that. We're just going to hit download. And what I want to also show you right here is right here, share your designs with others. Anyone with the link can view this design, no sign in required. That means they can view the link, not edit the link, okay? All right, big difference here. Maybe you do want to share this with your team members though. Maybe you're like, look what I created here, you can change this up to you, right? I know that you've seen those posts in the groups. So if you click share, you can come here, you can send it directly to somebody's email, and if you've got them already in here, you can start typing their name. But share a link to edit, copy link, edit. That means if they come in here, then they can edit this version, which will also edit your version that you just created, right? So if you're going to share this so somebody else can create it and make it them, you don't want it to be edit. The only time you're going to use share a link to edit is if maybe you are working with another team member or your accountability partner and you're like, hey, let's work on a graphic together, right? So that gives the ability for both of you to put changes in, and you'll be able to see the editing and you can collaborate back and forth, okay? That's the only time you really want the edit. This is very important because I see people do this all the time. Share a link to use as a template. Ding, ding, ding. This is the one we want. Or if you don't want to share it as a template, you just want people to, again, just be able to see it so they can get inspiration, that's to view. Use template, okay? That's what you see us posting in the groups. Here, I made this in Canva. Here's the template, right? That means here it is. Now you can go in, you can add your picture, you can add your website, you can do whatever I want, or do whatever you want, right? So that's the one that I'm going to recommend that you utilize if you're ever sharing, okay? Share a link to use as a template. Please remember that. Copy link, just copied it to the clipboard. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's go into the group page, and I'm just going to post this. So you guys can just pick this up and utilize it. Template. And remember, I do try and hashtag things so you can find them easier. All right. Join promo. And then I'm going to paste the link to that template. So you guys will be able to go in there and be able to do with this as you want. Just going to click post. Remember, this means that you get the template, you're going to be able to change it up, you're not going to mess up mine. Mine's going to stay just as it is, nice and safe in my Canva, but this is for everybody to work with and make it their own. All right, so that's what we've got. How fantastic is that, right? Let's see here. Let me see if QR codes. Let's talk about that real quick. Over here, let me continue going down styles. This is more about colors. When you really start designing and getting more focused into that graphic design piece of it, if you ever do, this is going to be right up your alley. But starting out, don't worry about it. Backgrounds, again, if you're looking for a background to really utilize, this is where you can find them. Or remember, you could go to the elements and you can just type in background right there. In fact, I'll show you what that looks like. Oops. See, I use it all the time. But you can get to backgrounds that way too. So it depends on whatever you're looking for. Underneath that is QR code, right? All right, we all love that. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to put in a QR code for my join site on my website, right? So if you guys didn't know this, how you get that, you put in your site, just like normal, And then to take them directly to the join page, you just do that / and join. That is your direct URL to your join page. It needs to say whatever your website is, .scentsy, .us, or .ca for our Canada team, right? / join. That will take them directly to your join page. Generate the code. Poof, poof, right? So if I was going to include this in mail outs, maybe I was going to print this out on some cardstock or some paper and send this in my mail outs, right? I now got a QR code in there. They can just scan it. I'd go back to the text over here, bring a text box up. I'm going to put scan to join, right? There we go. And so now you've got a QR code. Obviously, hopefully they know to scan it with their camera, right? But you can put whatever you want there or nothing at all. Pretty much, I think everybody now kind of knows. I don't know. But anyway, so that's how you get your QR code on there, okay? Super easy, super easy. How easy was that? Amazing. All my designs, of all the designs, and then if you've created any logos, again, that's more of like the pro package. So that's what all of those toolbars do over here. Then you can see you can organize things into folders. I kind of do that, but not so much. I kind of just get in here and start working. Anyway, you can see there's so much you can do with Canva, and it really integrates into a lot of different things. Okay, I just wanted to show you that just so you'd see. So that's what we've done. We've downloaded it. We've got this great file, and then if you're ready to print it, anything like that, right? You could let's see here. You can come over here to those 3 buttons, and then you could go to print. Now, Canva will actually print for you. Obviously, they do charge a fee, but even with the pro version, you can still do that, right? So maybe get some really nice rack cards, right, on nice quality paper and make it look professional and all the things, right? You could send it to Canva, and they will actually print it for you. So it's a really great thing to be able to do. If I hit see all, I can save it to a folder. I can go ahead and put it on my Instagram. If I was doing a newsletter and utilizing MailChimp, I could put it in there. Let's see, what else might you guys, if any of you guys use Project Broadcast, I do not. That would be there as well. Most of those I do not even recognize. Google Drive, though, you could pop it. If you've got a Google Drive, you could share it in there, save it to folder, right? Do everything you really needed to do. All the things, okay? So there we go with Canva. Hopefully that is helping you a little, at least enough to get you started, right? I like to say enough to get me in trouble, right? So I know enough to get me in trouble. I know enough to be able to go in there and mess around and just play with the program. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing, you guys, I can show you tutorial after tutorial after tutorial all about how to do all the things, and that's great. And I will. Till my last breath, I will. But you are truly going to learn the best if you get in here and just start playing around. Remember, this undo, sorry, you're not looking at my screen anymore. That undo button that's on Canva, that is going to be your BFF when you're first learning, right? So don't worry. If you make a mistake, if you add it and you don't like it, you want to change it, click the undo button. You can always just highlight it, click the trash can icon, get it out of there, right? Bring in something new. This is kind of a living and breathing type of a program, right? So everything is already saved in real time. Also, I want to point that out. So maybe you started creating it and now the kids are going crazy and you walk away and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even save that. It automatically saves for you in real time. So all you'd have to do is come back, log back into your Canva account, and it'll be there in your recent designs. You can pick right up where you left off. So super great in how it does that. How you can utilize it for your business, right? Like Instagram stories, Instagram post, Facebook post, rack cards, business cards, right? All the little things that I print out, um, that I've created and print out for Happy Mail or whatever it is that I'm working on. Okay. Even my thank you cards that I send in my packages, right, with my info on it, right? So I just made those business card size. You can do anything you want. Play around, get creative, start having fun, and that's how you're going to learn. So I will be doing more of these tutorials once a week. So I'm going to get in here and play with different things so you guys can see it. Hopefully that will help you guys as you're learning. And if you have questions for future sessions, don't hesitate to either reach out to me or comment, and I will definitely get to you and we'll have a lot of fun with it. So hopefully this helped. You guys have a great weekend and I will talk to you soon.